Good morning. Myself, Dr. Leena Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration from Xavier's College, Jaipur. The topic for today's discussion is Dagmar Approach in Advertising Management. This approach is very common nowadays, used by marketers to check the effectiveness of their advertisements. Let's take a look on the topic. This approach was given by R.H. Cooley. He mentioned in his book titled The Name, 1961, he wrote a book defining advertising goals for measured advertising results. That is the full form of Dagmar approach. Now, when we check that what is the use of this tool, it is actually the tool used for marketing of their advertising campaign, wherein it seeks to guide the consumers through 4 phases. What are these 4 phases? Phases are awareness, comprehension, conviction, and action. Awareness about the advertisements, comprehension about the understanding of the advertisement, conviction whether they are convinced what the marketer is selling is apt for them or not, and action is whether they should take a decision to purchase the product or not. Let's have a look on the uses. In this particular model, it sets a specific and measurable objectives to determine the overall success of advertising campaign. Now, when we talk about Dagmar model, actually this model categorizes the potential buyers from depending on their attitude about a particular product. So, when we talk about Dagmar model, it categorizes the products or buyers on the basis of 5 categories. First, he could be unaware of the product, so he must have never heard about the product. Now, we as an advertiser campaign, we have to make him aware. So, he comes in this bracket of awareness where he heard about the product, but he has not seen the product actually. After the advertisement campaign effectiveness is checked by the understanding. It means that he has heard about the product and also known about the characteristics of the product. Then he becomes convinced that where he knows about the values also, and also he can compare with the competitor and he can think of buying it for the future. Finally, it becomes the active buyers. It means they purchase the good, they take the decision and they use it for their own purpose. So, in this model, finally, we determine what percentage of clients assigned to each group in these categories. The greater the number of people comes under convinced and active buyers, the advertisement is said to be more effective. If you have put an advertisement and if the bracket is not coming under these 3 categories, it means the advertising effectiveness is not at par what you have identified. So to conclude, I will just give the last slot of that where it could be applied in marketing campaigns. These are few general examples. Whenever a company launches a new product and they want to test a campaign, they can use this model to identify the effectiveness. Whenever a company wants to test the effectiveness of their new radio advertisement, for example, they can use it to measure the change in the attitude of their target audience before and after the advertisement is aired. And finally, whenever a company wants to measure the effectiveness of a new television advertisements, that can also be checked with this particular model wherein the change of attitude can be measured. With this, I end up the slide. Thank you for learning together.